Hi there everyone, it's Sonia Boko. Welcome to my channel where I share with you how to make amazing balloon art. Today's tutorial is actually going to focus in on one thing, and that is how to make balloon hair. Similar to these lovely ladies that you see right here. And this is the balloon hairstyle that is going to be created in this video. So keep on watching, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up if you're excited for it, and I can't wait to share it with you. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I got up to. I just wanted to share with you an experience I had a couple of nights ago, and that is I did a performance in front of 200 plus work colleagues, which was, let's face it, a bit nerve-wracking, but we had a Got Talent style show at our Christmas party, so I thought, well, I've got a bit of a reputation to uphold because of the whole Australia's Got Talent thing, so yeah. Virtually overnight I decided, look, I'm going to do this, so I came up with my act, and then the next day I performed it. So there are some things that perhaps I'd like to do better for next time, but what I'd like to do is ask you for your recommendations of any YouTube channels where I could maybe learn a bit more about the performance side, especially bonus points if it's with balloons. But I do feel like it was a lot of fun, and this was actually my second year performing at the Work Got Talent thing. The other one involved a balloon dress, so yeah, go big or go home, I say. Anyhow, the other thing about Got Talent, so as I mentioned, I was on Australia's Got Talent, if you didn't know. But I've been thinking about doing a video around my experience, and if you had any questions that I might be able to answer. So again, pop a comment below if there's anything that you're curious to learn a bit about. But without any further ado, thank you for listening to me, but we're going to go ahead to look at how to create the balloon hairstyle. What you notice here on the balloon dolls is they share the same feature, and that is they have pinch twists at the shoulder area. So that's actually really important for the design, because that is how we get the hair to look exactly how it does. It needs these pinch twists to be joining into for the design. So I encourage you to use your favorite design that has them shoulders. Speaking of shoulders, mine's itchy. And then you can use the design principles from this video. So you'll see in this balloon hairstyle that these balloon bubbles that we began with are a little bit longer, and I've positioned them differently to what I have done on the balloon doll of the other style. So you can really play around with it and really try and make the design something special that suits the balloon doll that you've created. Let's get into it. So the balloon you're about to learn in today's tutorial is just the hairstyle. Make sure to leave a comment below if you are keen to learn how to do the rest of the balloon doll, and that's a video that I'll consider just for you. Now, let's keep on keeping on. So right now, this is the balloon that I have, and I'm going to go ahead to use 3 160 balloons to create that voluminous hairstyle. I've decided to go ahead to use 3 pink 160s to create this hairstyle, but you can use any colour that you like. Firstly, I'm going to inflate one, and I'm pinching off about 5 centimeters or 2 inches from the end and inflate up to that point. Taking this quick link, tying it together. I'm going to commence with 2 pinch twists. Top of the balloon. Now we are going to bring the pink balloon down the back of the balloon doll's head and into the neck area. Twisting in place. Just lay it next to that first balloon bubble you've created. Now we have the 2 hair bubbles. Running it down the back of the balloon head a 3rd time. Just rotating it around the neck area a couple of times just to make sure it's going nowhere. Now, The size of your balloon head may vary, so when you're creating these three, just make sure it is allowing the quick link to more or less stay at the top of the head and allowing the 160 balloon to move between the quick link at the top and in the twisted area in the neck. Bring the 160 now to one side of the head. Twisted a bubble that's come out to just above where I've got a pinch twist happening over here. And create a pinch twist. Running the 160 back up to the pinch twist at the top. At that point where it's meeting, twist. Bring it through those pinch twists. And bring it to the opposite side. I'm just going to repeat this structure here. So I would like to have a balloon bubble that's about the same length as the one I have here, followed by the pinch twist and then the last little bit of bubble. With this final twist, I'm going to put it into the neck area and then I'm going to remove the excess. Now I've just allowed for a 160 pinch twist here, which is the way this head is connected to the doll. But also, it's the center point of the arms. Now that I'm confident that's in there and not going anywhere, I'm going to remove the excess and tie off. As I'm not that end, I'm just going to make sure to pass it in through these bubbles just a slight bit. Making sure the knot is on the opposite side to help lock in place. And this is what we're looking at so far. Now for the next part, I'm going to use two 160 balloons and make a spiral with my Legenda. My secret to getting a nice tight spiral. First, of course, inflate your balloon all the way and let the air out. This is softening the balloon and allowing to facilitate the curve we're going to achieve. Chickens again. So I'm going to just securely hold that against my finger with my thumb as I wrap the balloon around. You can allow it to overlap itself, that's fine. Just make sure that it's not too tightly wrapped around your finger, and when you're inflating it, just make sure there's a little, not too much of a space between the nozzle going on the inflator and your finger, so prevent it from going like this because it tends to want to make a looser spiral. So we're going to keep that in nice and close to the end. Now this next bit's a little bit awkward for me because I'm trying to show you how to do it, but it's a lot easier when your Legenda is just sitting on the floor. I'm going to move my finger on and off the button as I go, and if I notice that it's starting to unravel from my finger, not in a spiral, I generally find that I just need to stop and start the whole thing again. So just making sure that as it's coming off your finger, you can be slowly moving it away. I'm just going to release a little bit of air, but not too much, and tie it. So there we have our spiral ready to add into our balloon doll. Now a design feature that's really important for this hairstyle is having pinch twists in the bodice area. Now how you do this might vary. If you see here, my dolls have two different styles of dresses that they're wearing. However, they both have the sleeves and this pinch twist area. And this is a way that you can hide the mechanics of the balloon that you're creating. So they may not be pinch twists, but they do need to be basically representing the shoulders of your doll. As I take the spiral now, I'm going to be connecting it into my balloon into one of these sleeve areas. So this technique is also effective when the pinch twists are smaller, because I have done something similar, and I'll just pop it up on the screen. And you can see on here how it has smaller pinch twists, but the design principles that we're about to do are a part of that. So I'm just making sure I have a little bit of uninflated area there, just to help twist it in place. So what I'm going to do, I've just joined the hair spiral in at the shoulder. I'm going to allow it to find... Oh, chickens are outside. I'm going to bring it to the point where it's meeting the pinch twist. And here I'm just pushing. And repositioning the pinch twist. So we've got that first bit of the 160 bubble there, and we have the pinch twist just here in the back. So now, using that beautiful spiral that we have created, it's got this lovely curve, so it doesn't need to stay hard and close to the doll. I find that the hair has a very lovely kind of airy and light feeling when we don't do it hard up against the design, but allow it to come out slightly. And the point that's meeting the pinch twist, basically I'm just pushing the top of the spiral and wrapped it around. Now with the pinch twist that we have at the top, that's basically going to help us give some height into the design, because we're allowing this part of the 160 bubble to wrap around the top of those pinch twists to help maintain that height. Again, because we have this beautiful spiral curve, it just looks really lovely when it comes down and into the pinch twist. Judge what you think is nicest. This is what mine looks like before I'm going to... This is what mine looks like before I'm going to go ahead. I'm not really twisting. I'm pushing and encouraging that balloon to go around that pinch twist. And now I'm just going to bring the 160 spiral around to the front and just under that hair bubble that we just did. Just so it's looking similar in position and style to the one we've created over here. And now I'm just twisting off the bubble. About 3 fingers there. And I'm going to bring it in to this pinch twist just at the front. I am trying to replicate as much as I can what I've done here. Just wrapped it around that pinch twist once. So now I'm just going to have a play with the positioning of the pinch twist that I have here in relation to these hair bubbles. And I want to have an aesthetic where it looks kind of even, but know that if you've got hair that is Disney-esque, doing its own thing, then it doesn't have to be symmetrical. Now that I'm happy with how the hair is looking so far, I'm just going to take the end of that spiral, twist a small bubble off the end, and I'm going to twist that into the pinch twist over this side of the hair. stop here if you like, but we're going to keep on going because the more spirals the better, I say. It really helps to give that really big hair look. So the other curl, the other spiral has gone into the pinch twist on this side, so we are going to attach it to the pinch twist here. Just taking that knot to make sure. And I'm going to create a bubble in the end again and bring it over into the bubble and pinch twist here for the opposite side. What that has essentially done is added a lot of volume to the back of your balloon doll's hair. And do any final adjustments necessary to make sure that hair looks nice. Remember, it doesn't have to be fully symmetrical. A lot of the aesthetic, I think, is seeing the beauty within the chaos. You can even encourage it to come more out to one of the sides. But you worked hard on those curls. You want to show them off a bit, don't you? Well, that's what it's like for me. If you see any knobs bits you don't like, just give them a nice firm pull and release, and it should snap back into your design. There we have it, a very fun and fancy balloon hairstyle. Oh, and when you're playing around with the hairstyles, you can do things and mix up a little bit differently. Because on this design, I have the one end of the spiral going into the bodice area, so that really makes the curl more prominent out to the side. Whereas we've got this one and this one just staying in the pinch twist areas. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so, because I'm thinking about doing a series on balloon hair and you don't want to miss that now, do you? But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Take care and see you next time. Bye. Running the balloon down the back of, allowing the balloon to run down the back, allowing the 160 to run down, allowing the 160 to run along, and oh gosh, oh, that's a funny hairstyle. You can stop there if you want, but we're going to keep going.